The Murray-Darling Basin is one of Australia's most important catchment areas, in terms of both the natural environment and providing fresh water for agricultural production and human consumption across 4 states. It is in this challenging context that Dr. Ben Gaughan leads the Murray-Darling Freshwater Research Centre, located at both albury-wodonga and Mildura campuses of La Trobe University.
The main role of the centre is to both generate knowledge, so to undertake research projects that help us improve our understanding of freshwater ecosystems in the Murray-Darling Basin. The second major role is to package that information up to enable us to apply that to managers' questions, so we're answering those questions as best we possibly can. And then the third major role is to communicate that knowledge in the best possible way so that managers understand what we know about the system and then can use that to guide either their management actions or development of policy.
The key focus of the centre is on freshwater ecological science to protect and enhance the basin's natural assets while supporting sustainable use of its resources. Good science underpins effective management and is critical given the challenges of the ongoing drought within the basin and climate change.
The major focus for the centre at the moment is the Murray-Darling Basin Authority and its development of a Basin Plan. The Basin Plan has a number of components to it, all of which are going to be very challenging, but those components include determining what the sustainable water requirements of freshwater ecosystems are, then once they've worked that out, working out how to manage environmental flows to achieve those objectives, and then to manage water qualities, make sure that the water quality remains good enough for both human consumption and the environment, and then finally to monitor progress towards meeting their management objectives.
Dr. Gaughan believes that while the research they're doing is making a difference, the Murray-Darling Basin is a fragile system and needs to be protected to ensure its future sustainability.
I think the major environmental challenge is getting the balance right between all the different users. So the environment needs water, but so do people for both agricultural and consumptive use. And the fact that we've made mistakes in the way we've managed the system in the past means that we're dealing with a highly degraded system that probably needs to be rehabilitated. And doing that when the system is already over-allocated, so there's already more demand for water than there is water in the system. We're dealing with a highly variable climate, so the amount of water varies through extremes from flood years to drought years, and also with the potential threat of climate change, so that overall there may end up being less water in the system overall, which means that the problems of over-allocation are going to become more extreme, and the system is going to, the environment is going to really struggle to get the water that it requires to sustain itself. So trying to get that balance right and find the optimal balance between the environment and consumptive use is probably the biggest challenge.